Beloved tribe, this is Emily Potter. I'm the director of the Lightworker Musicians Tribe and the Million Kisses Foundation, and it's an absolutely beautiful day here in the tribe. We have so many things to celebrate. So, I want to talk to you about something that I just talked to a tribe sister about this week, and it is worthy to share with everyone. So, she was telling me. Actually, she didn't use these exact words, but I want to specifically use this word. Do you shame yourself for not practicing or playing your music enough? So, practicing is not as fun as performing in a lot of people's experience. And so, this is something that I've heard a lot of people say, and then it just got re emphasized with talking to this one sister this week. So, the reason why this tribe sister is not practicing enough, she explained to me, is because she's spending a lot of time right now on her Reiki practice, and she's doing Reiki gatherings and getting that organized and working with her partner and bringing people together that way, and that takes a lot of effort and time. And so because of that, she's only practicing just a little bit, and she's feeling bad about that, and she's feeling like there's a missing piece there. But I'm going to specifically go into the word shame, shaming and guilting ourselves, or criticizing ourselves, judging ourselves because we feel like it should look better, it should look more, we should do more. If I'm really going to be committed to this thing, I should be doing it more. There's all of those words around it, but the specific word I want to emphasize is the word shame. If you are familiar with David R. Hawkins, he has what he calls a map of consciousness. For those who aren't familiar, it's worth taking a moment to explain. He has a chart, and on the very bottom of the chart, it's the word shame. And he equates a number of the frequency, the vibration of all of the different experiences. So the first is shame. It's at the very, very bottom, and it got a frequency number of 20. And just to put that into perspective, 500 on the scale, 500 is what love is vibrating at. And at the very highest on the scale is enlightenment, which is 1,000. So I put this into perspective because that feeling of guilt or shame, or I'd say even criticism, self-criticism, it is actually spot on. As a light worker, if you are experiencing those things, then you are now very aware of the emotion, the experience to transmute. And so there's a very easy way to transmute it. It's one thing. If you can just first put the consciousness, the awareness on the shaming that you're doing on yourself. You're feeling guilty or ashamed. You say anything like that, you can flag it in your mind and then repeat these words and replace it with, I honor my path. I trust my path. Now, even just doing that one little tool on that map of consciousness, it takes you up to that place of neutrality. And the score that he gives neutrality is 250. And I'm just giving you that as a perspective of this is actually a real true change, a shift that happens vibrationally within you. Instead of sitting and staying stuck inside of those feelings of shame or that you're not enough, just going into that place of I trust my path, I honor my path, takes your vibration up to a 250 on the scale of the map of consciousness. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper into this, and I want to share one thing for you to consider, because you get to have a new relationship with this if you decide to take this on. I'm going to now take a moment and put your music on pause over here. And I'm going to talk to the light worker in you. Light workers, I trust your path. I honor your path. And your path takes time. Your path takes dedication and commitment and energy. And it is, if you're not actually practicing or playing your music on a consistent basis, you get to trust that whatever you're doing instead is absolutely imperative to the whole of who you are. The way that I finally made this work within myself is that there are seasons. There are seasons for everything. This might be the season for you that you are struggling with something that has deep, deep, deep roots. Now, I'm gonna first tell you, just as a light worker, you just as a regular day as a light worker, you might be being awoken at 3 o'clock in the morning, receiving downloads from our galactic family. Then you get to anchor into everyday life on the human plane. As a light worker, you might be transmuting generational clearing, family generational healing, so that you're in those family dynamics and really transmuting some of that denseness, that density inside of your family. That takes time. You might be taking the time and the season for you to transmute scarcity consciousness that's been imprinted in your DNA. This is just a regular light worker day. And this might be the season for that. And then I'm going to go a little deeper. This could be the season that you are in an emotionally abusive relationship. This could be the season that you are learning to empower yourself in that relationship. Do you not see that as completely imperative? Because your music medicine, our music is still on hold over here. We're going to get back to it. But your medicine comes from you doing the work that you're doing right now. So to shame yourself in any way is absolutely unnecessary. You are right on track. This is the medicine that you're giving. How in the world can you give medicine to people that you have not yet overcome yourself? This is why I'm able to assist you, because of the one thing that I spark very often in this tribe is that I was in a suffocating, imprisoning 9-to-5 job. Even though I adored that job, it was not what my heart was asking me to do anymore. So even at that moment, those moments I had to overcome myself. That's where my music medicine can come from, is because I actually overcame those things. Value where you are right now, tribe. Value the seasons that you are overcoming and going through. I especially talk to those who don't see the light at the tunnel. You don't see that you're doing light work. You just know that you're miserable and you don't know how to get out. I say, well done, because that's exactly the emotion that you get to experience right now. Overcome it however you decide and however long you want to stay there. That's a little bit strong. What I want to say is honor the path however it looks. I know you don't want to stay there, but I want you to know that as light workers, I'm not afraid of the darkness. I'm not afraid of the darkness that you're going through, because I know that there's purpose in that. I know the light that you are. And so I say all this because this could be the season for anything that you're going through that's absolutely imperative to unifying that with your music to be useful for the people that you get to assist and to serve. There's no room for shaming. There's no room for anything besides I honor my path. Okay, so bringing the two together, and this is what I get to bring in our tribe sister for again, the one that I mentioned at the beginning. She has been taking the time, and I explained this to her, and we talked about it on the phone, is that she now knows that it's the season to unify the two, where she has been doing the work of her Reiki and getting really, really masterful in the Reiki practice that she is, all of the spiritual practices that you all have, and spiritual practices even meaning just that inner work. That's a spiritual practice, taking that very seriously. I do. And then unifying it. She knows that it's the time in the season to unify her light work with her music. And that's the season for that. And that's when I ask you, when you know you're ready, you know that it's time. And that's because there's some piece and part of you who's saying it's time now. And that's something I want to share specifically with you too. I'm going to bring back the musician and put it together, because we're going to live into that space where you bring the two together. The music in you will never leave you. And I say that from my personal experience. When I have gone through the deep darkness of my own experience in life, and I was the one who had been experiencing the guilt of feeling like, oh my gosh, I haven't practiced forever. I'm scared. I'm scared that the music's going to leave me. I'm going to get really bad at playing the guitar, and my voice isn't going to sound as good because I'm not doing it. I'm doing this other light work, this deep work. But I'm going to say it with my own solid, confident experience to you. However you are, wherever you are in your journey, the music won't leave you. The music chose you. Your music chose you as a partner. And your music wants you to do the work of the season that you're in, so that there is that moment where you can unify it and bring it and have it be so wholesome and so inspirational and so healing for the audiences that really deserve to heal from you giving your medicine. Lots of you are already there. Some of you are doing your perfect season of one or the other, or however you are. If you know that you are ready to then take it to the next level, you're ready to then get it to the next level and reach those vibrationally matched audiences. And when I say that, what I'm saying is that you get to match specifically your heart's medicine, and your music gets to connect intimately with your perfectly matched audience of people who have gone through or are going through what they're going through, same that you have. And you get to connect and heal and unify and connect in that way as musician to audience. This is the ideal, that you don't have to spend time just performing. You're not just a performer. Maybe you are, maybe some of you are, but the people who are listening to this and who know what I'm talking about, when you're ready to go to the next level in your music medicine career, reach out to me and we'll get you to the other side, into that space where you can actually honor both sides of who you are, the light worker who's overcome everything that you've gone through with all of the seasons, and the musician, because then the two can come together and really make a difference and anchor some beautiful, beautiful light and love on this planet. Reach out to me when you're ready to do that, and we will go the distance together. And I wish you a very beautiful weekend, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.